traders and investors alike were green on Friday. So just a heads up, I am actually on vacation right now, so I have not been looking at the charts or keeping up with the news. I wanted to do a video to take a quick run through the charts, on a Sunday just to kind of see where things are going. And it's easier to do the video than to post all the charts, to be honest. And figured we haven't done a public video in a while, so we'll try to get this one out there. Um, so our put to call ratio right now did close on Friday at 83. So moving lower is bullish there. So a little bit of bullish flow coming in. The oscillators for the NASDAQ is negative 101 there, and the New York Stock Exchange a negative 52. So a little bit of bearishness there. We also see it flagging back in. We'll look at the SPY charts here toward the end of the list. This is our breadth chart, positive 87 on Friday. The 9 is putting in a higher low there, and once again we can see the market flagging in. Good bearish volume coming in on Friday. According to that bar, the US dollar, you can see a very inverted head and shoulders type move here. You can see your little tower bottom right there, one of the patterns we look for with the higher close. Not surprised to see that go higher, pull back into your moving average, just trying to chop higher. Say that is the dollar. We don't really want a strong dollar. We don't want a weak dollar either, but we don't really want a super strong dollar with the market. You got the VIX here putting in a W pattern there as well. A high close on Thursday. Friday, looks like we did a gap down, did push up and bounce off that resistance level. It's old resistance I had marked out for some reason. Definitely want to keep an eye on the VIX this week. Crude, this is not a bad looking chart. You can see your bands opening up there. Looks like it wants to come back in, possibly flag to the 9. So that's what I would expect, is some kind of flag in move before going higher, maybe a day or two. Chart does not look bad at all. You got a higher low, so just expecting a higher low here and to go higher. Unfortunately, we did get to close above about that area. So see what we do get there. Chart is trying to change character. Apple, you got some bearish engulfing candles here on the way down. You can see nice bearish volume coming on that on Friday as well. Broke that 9. Looks like it's possibly going to want to do a goose head here. Roll over like that before taking the next leg higher. Of course, if we do break below that 20 and this range low, we're going to look for a move further down. That's tradable down to that area. 4 minutes goose head, depending on, of course, Monday will be low volume. Saturday night right now, but Monday will be low volume. It's just typical Monday, kind of lower your expectations. But probably looks like that does want to come in, that volume. They may try to buy the dip, only expecting until we break some levels there, only expecting it to do the goose head and set up for a move higher, look for a flag break for now, but it's maybe give us a nice trade to the downside. So it definitely looks like the market pulled here, or at least Apple pulled here at the end of the day. And that had some volume on it as well. I'm not sure what the catalyst was. Gold, you got a nice bearish engulfing there on gold, but bands are tubing. It did close below your 9 and 20 there. MACD is a little drowning goose there. It is bearish. I thought this chart was going to have some more upside into it, but it is absolutely not right now. Trying to break down. This chart keeps track of our stocks inside of the New York Stock Exchange and the S&P 500 that are above their 50 and their 200. The red's the 200, the gold's the 50, just like we watch every day. The New York Stock Exchange here, the 62% of stocks are above their 200 that are listed in the New York Stock Exchange, 48% above the 50, and down on the S&P 500, the SPX, you got 70% above their 200 and still holding the 53% above their 50. So New York or S&P 500 is holding a little better than the New York Stock Exchange. Advanced decline lines here trying to roll over. You can see they're trying to break above here on these two, and the New York Stock Exchange a little bit weaker, and small caps here look like they want to roll over. But we do have the S&P 500 mid, and the large caps, the SPX, wanting to roll there, or trying to turn up there. Airbnb just tubing there, bottom band trying to come in. It's not bad off that 9, but I think there's better places for your money. I would watch that gap if it does want to go. Not a fan of bottom. Let it put some work in if it wants to or break out and move higher. Let it put some work in. It's not just going to be a one-day move. If it's going to make a real move, there'll be an opportunity there. But let it put some work in. Get out of there. You got a gap above too. So want to see some momentum come in that chart, and Airbnb may be on the radar. AMD 15-minute chart there, pretty tight on that on Friday. Amazon, this is a nice looking chart. Your bands are opening up. Look at your 9 turning up into that candle. So this is the daily candle too. Watch your range highs up here. We clear that range high. We're looking to go higher. Good volume coming in on Friday. So got some good expanding volume. Only one candle though. RSI, which we don't really watch, but that did turn up on the daily. You got a little goose head going on there on that MACD as well. RK, that's not doing anything, chopping sideways. Got arm. This is a nice looking setup. I'd like to see this 9 roll over and do the goose head before going higher, but that 9's angling up into that candle. I like it better if it closes up. You got this set of pipes here, or just a large bearish. You got a bullish engulfing with a large bearish harami there, but to me it's just a set of pipes, tweeter tops, however you want to see it. But watching this moving average, I like to go higher to retrace those candles on the way back up. I like to see it close within this candle body. Or at least get it up into that candle body. Anyway, if we get up into that, it may want to go, but it did push up and then got rejected there, and I like to get back inside of that pattern for a move higher. I mean, that's a $15 move there, back up to this candle area, 175. You can see top of that band. We're 160.30 right now. That's a nice move. Just catching that move back up, but I want to see it clear that, and it would be nice to see it go ahead and pull back and do the goose head and go higher, something like this right here, just something that we see. But that candle and the 9 looks really good there on that little pen bar type candle. Avgo, very dark cloud coverage. That is not a dark cloud cover candle. So this is Avgo weekly. I would keep an eye on this. That's not a big enough candle to call it a dark cloud cover, but it did gap up and then nice rejection there. Watch your bands. 9 turned up, and like I said, that's Avgo weekly. Take a look at Avgo daily. Nice flag back into the 9. I'd like to see this break the 9, come in, do a little goose head and go higher, and even possibly fill some more of that gap. Doesn't have to fill all of it. Watch your 20 down there. 20 just happens to be flattened out, so it breaks that 9. Look for it to come back in. Probably good chance the chart's going to go higher, but it may want to break that 9 and pull back in a little bit. Take a couple of days for them to go higher. They can bounce off those 9s now if they want, but high probability say that it's going to do set up for that next wave higher and put that goose head in. All right, AMD. This is AMD's daily. Wow. I haven't been paying attention to AMD. Been taking a little beating here. I knew it broke out of here. Been chopping around. Actually, lower low. So it isn't a downtrend there. That 9 is pointing down. Keep an eye on that one. More possible downside coming. Bands are tubing. So right now, I don't think it's ready. Tomorrow, you might see those bands try to open up one way or the other. I would look for little details like that. AMD. So this is AMD's weekly chart. You get CFM dumping there. MACD is bearish there as well. Not a very pretty chart. See, Amazon taking a nice push here. Apple down, Amazon up. So there's probably news on those two. I honestly haven't been keeping up with it. Amazon weekly chart. This chart's looking pretty decent. Those bands are trying to open up. You're setting up for a goose head chart. Looks like it wants to go higher. This has been a nice play. We called this down here with I believe it was a little W pattern. We were watching down there when we broke out of that. And it's just done nothing. You got a nice pullback there, but it's definitely made a nice move since we had it on the radar. Apple weekly coming back into the BVs there. Nice bearish engulf or bearish volume coming in on Friday with bullish volume on Thursday. So I know they had an Apple event here recently, so that may have been Thursday. Not sure. Looks like Amazon, Apple probably had news together. One getting volume, one selling, one buying. So there's probably something going on there. Might be worth looking into. I will not be trading Monday. Got a little M pattern here, which to me is bearish. It did put in a higher high before breaking back down. I'll look for a close below this area to move back in for a possible move to that range low. It's got to clear that range low to come in lower. 9 is turned down. That can be a whole new chart tomorrow where that first candle opens up, where it opens up at. But right now, chart just like it wants to chop around. It's kind of bear flag in there. BBY, you have a evening star here. So this candle's Interesting. Candle actually gapped down there, coming off that candle. Not much, but actually it looks like a pretty clean open. Sorry, it didn't gap down, but this candle actually gapped down. So showing some bearishness there, and this candle looks like it did have a clean opening. Did not clear the bottom. I'd like to get it to clear the lowest part of the pattern. And you can see this candle line respected that candle line. So I'd like to see it below the lowest part of the evening star there to come in. 9 did change character just a little bit there on Friday. Could be worth keeping an eye on if you're looking for a move down, at least to maybe come into that 9 or something like that. Got big bear flag in here. Bitcoin daily looking pretty weak there, just for now, like chop. I'm not saying it's going to break apart or anything. It's just chopping around right now. Give it some time. CCJ 9's resistance, 50 is support there. CCL, that's not a very nice looking chart. I think there's better places for your money. Didn't update the list or anything. This is the last list and a few charts that we have added that we've been watching. Coin bands trying to open up there. This is coins daily. So bands are trying to open up there. 9 and 20 look like they do want to come down. We are below that 50 there. Not the best looking chart. That MACD is bearish. Coin weekly. So closing back below the 9, still above the weekly 20 there. You can see the goose head. It still may want to go higher, but it's on this part right here. It's where it should be heading up. 9's heading up. So right now, watch to see how that 9 opens up tomorrow. Bands are trying to come in. This may have some more chop. It could go one way or the other. It could go either way. Cost, nice bearish candle there. We were bullish on this chart. It made a nice move up. So we were bullish in this area before the earnings come out. We were bullish back here. But, steady talking about it in this area. After especially after there's earnings. So you get 810, even if you took it at 830 up to 870, maybe a little extra, that's still a nice trade, especially if you're trading options. That's a lot of trade there with options. You don't have to sit in there the whole time. There's so much money on the table. Please don't do that. All right, so your bands are pinching in here. Not pinching in, but they're coming in for a tube. We want to see those bands open up on Carvana. Not sure when earnings are coming up for that one. I just don't have a date on that. There's some time. The bands or the moving average here forming a little goose head trying to go higher. Like it better. It clears that range high. Watch those bands on that. That's the communication sector. Still looks pretty strong. Staples look like they got a little symmetrical triangle going on here. You do got higher lows heading up into it. It's a W pattern as well. Like to see, obviously up above that range high, close up above this range high for a move up above that range high. Delta Airlines, bearish there. That's better places for your money. Disney, better places for your money. DraftKings trying to come back into the 9. Rejection off the bands. Look at your band. No opening up. Nice rejection. That could have been a nice trade back down to that 50. Just saying, very evening stars there. Got some moving averages you got to battle through if you're looking for a move down. ExxonMobil, that 9 is pointing lower and actually turning down. Watch your band there. We get below that 9. We're looking for a move down that range low. Bearish volume coming there on Friday. FedEx is very double bottomish down here. Keep an eye on this one. Watch your 50, or not your 50, your 200. You clear that for a move up to your 50. You really want to be above that. Watch this range high on the way up. Very double bottom. You got to get a close above that candle line, above that 200 there for a move higher. It may want to trade in that range. You do got some green coming in that MACD. That one's worth keeping an eye on if it does break out of there. Google on the daily. Nice close outside of the BBs. Had volume coming in on that, probably off that news. No, actually, no. Google had a nice move throughout the day. Nice push there. Go back and take a look at that chart. Nice push. I would keep an eye on Google. See, do we have the weekly? No, the weekly's in here, just not in line. All right, Intel, we'll see if we can find it. Intel, flat there. Google chart looks good. IWM 15-minute chart, very choppy. You can see it closed above there at the end of the day. Wanted to go higher, and they were giving it back after hours. The Qs 15-minute chart, some pretty tight chop there on Friday as well. You still make money in that. You got to be extremely disciplined. There's still a lot of opportunities, and it's just having some self-control. That's all it is. Not coming in here and over trading it. That's all trading is. People get back their losses, or your losses equal up more than your wins. You got to work on that side of your trading. Nice close here on the Qs. This is the Qs weekly. Nice close last week. I'm sorry, the previous week, 9 turned up nicely. All right, so watch this band here. You can definitely see some rejection last week. Let's take a look, just the 15. What's this daily look like? The daily, I don't know why Stock Charts does that, the same chart. So I got the 15 here. We'll take a look at that daily in a minute. Want to see how that daily closed on Friday. I think it was a down candle on Friday. We'll see. This looks good here. Not saying it won't come back in and look for a flag. Definitely see price waves kind of shrinking from the last time we put this handle in. Of course, you have bigger wave here, wave shrinking here. Now, how we're because that's got some rejection. So this may want to flag in again. And if it does, then we're looking at some really shorter waves, and that could be trouble brewing. Just could be a trend change coming, and it doesn't mean it's going to be a downtrend. That could be a chop sideways, another breakout to the upside, or just give you another breakout to the upside. We'll just put in some kind of small base, or twist it in the a few days chop, a few weeks chop, and then go higher. So let's try not to overthink that. To be super bearish here, we are not bearish on this market right now at all. Jets, this is the global ETF for the names like Delta Airlines, and you can see it's pretty weak there underneath that 9. Looking for a close below to come in. I think there's better places for your money. Just being honest. JP Morgan at 9's turned down there. Ugly. It's very bear flaggish there. Close below the bear flag. So if you were to draw a line, it did get out. I like it better below that 50 and watch those bands. Still looks like money coming in on Friday though. So getting a drowning goose there. You're also on a downtrend. So probability say it's going to go lower. See what it does do. It can gap up on Monday and go higher. We'll see. But probability say it wants to go lower right now. KRE, got your bands there. They are tight. Lulu, better places for your money. LVS, very, very nice here. You got a W pattern, or you can see the heel of your foot, the arch of your foot, and the ball of your foot. Now, this one happens to be turning up with a rounded top, so we call this more of an elf shoe. It looks like an elf shoe breakout here, but we're looking for, at this point, we like to see a move up. After that, we're looking for a lower low W breakout. Careful, we may pull back and turn into a 2B pattern. Range high target right now, nice close up there. I want to see those bands continue to open up. Right now, range high target on this. We get into that range high or get above that range high. We got a gap up here we got to deal with then. That's a nice looking chart right now. Like I say, you got your elf. This is what right now is what we call an elf shoe. It's a lot like the foot, except you can see the ball of your foot, the arch, and in this case where we're usually the heel of your foot, your arch, we're usually calling this the ball right here, but in this case it's rounding higher with a higher low heading higher. You actually got a rising 2 right there as well. That's breaking out of, but that right now is what we call an elf shoe. That's a bullish pattern. It's bullish, trying to go higher. Macy's, very ugly little pattern there. That's just ugly. Mara, Tubin, better places for your money. McDonald's. So look for a W type breakout there. See if we can get a close over that. Definitely a change in character in those moving averages, change in character in that candle, moving on, expanding volume on Friday. Just one day. Let's see what it does. Not get carried away. Got some green coming to that MACD as well. Not a bad looking chart there. Meta did close below the 9, still above that 20. Want to watch that. Looks like it wants to roll that 9 over, do like a goose head thing. Meta, definitely opposite of Google. Down candle on Friday. MU had a big down candle here on Thursday. Looks like on Friday it was able to recover a little bit of it, but it is trading in between those two moving averages. I would let it clear the 9 and the 20 on the daily, whichever way it comes, plan A, plan B. You can also look like there's a trend line running through here somewhat, right just about this morning is telling you it's there. So you got a trend line running through there as well. So watch your 20 below that 20. We're looking to come in above that 9. We're looking to come higher. I would like to see it above this candle line, traded up to. If we clear that 9, there may be enough room for you to make some money in between there and there. I take profits at the bottom of that candle. We get into that candle and push up. I'd look to go higher for a retracement. Watch your bands. You can go either way, plan A, plan B right there. Microsoft, very H buy pattern. I still want to get a close above, but you do have a little H buy pattern. It looks great. I'd like to see this come in and roll this 9 over to a goose head and go higher again, just because it can still go higher, but you get up here and you start to fizzle out. I like it when you get your fresh breakouts right there. It's just what I look for. We see the same stuff on a 1 minute chart. We call it, that's what we do. We call this stuff out throughout the day. Why the chart's being put in so everybody knows what to expect. Microsoft here, 15-minute chart trying to go higher. Microsoft, this is the weekly chart. Nice close last week. Very nice looking chart there. Bands opening up. Moving average is turning up. That MACD looks like it wants to turn bullish for us. Got Norwegian Cruise Lines there chopping around, kind of bear flaggish. NVIDIA below the 9 and 20. Does look like those bands want to come in. Not a bad looking chart there at all. I think it would have crashed more than that after the split. Nice move up there though. Very nice move. NVIDIA trying to a little W type pattern there. They closed Friday flat there at the very end of the day and after hours. NVIDIA holding the Bollinger Bands on the weekly. On the you got your daily or not daily, weekly BB there that's holding as support for now. Got a goose head in that moving averages. NASDAQ looks great here. We did pull back. We're still holding the 9. Same thing. This may want to roll over, do something like that. But look how long we tubed there and went higher, or how long it stayed open there before, coming in. We can see the same thing there. It kind of looks like this right now, that area right there. So see what we get. Watching it off that 9. If it comes in below the 9, we got a 20 below us. Netflix, very nice looking chart. Same thing. I mean, this chart looks great here, trying to go higher. If anything, it may want to come back in and flag off that 9. Right now, that chart looks like it wants to go higher. This is the Travel Leisure ETF, better places for your money. Path, better places for your money. Look, I mean, just to be honest, I don't like this type of stuff. But you get above here into that gap, I'd let it get up there and maybe, try to catch a move if you're interested in trading something like this. I just think that, I believe in waiting for the breakout and seeing some evidence on it. And then, I look for the highest probability trades and not just buy here and let's go in and hope that it works. We don't do that at TradingCrowd with traders. We just don't. We look for the highest probability setups. The whole emotional game of trading, we try to cut a lot of that out by following, rule-based. And it's really not that hard. It's not. Qualcomm, a lot of people make it harder than what it really is. Very evening stars pattern up there. Got the stronger close on the right-hand candle, which is exactly what I like. These last couple of candles are moving on expanding volume on this. There may be something going on. You might want to check your news feed for this one. Very nice move down on Thursday. Now it's holding this area on Friday. But like I say, watch it with the expanding volume coming into it. Those bands are tubing. They went straight flat there. So maybe something coming. The Qs, this is the Qs monthly here. Strong close, or not close. We need this candle to close, but strong move. Nice gap up and push on this monthly candle. We do need a close on that. RCL, better places for your money. Riot, better places for your money for now. Shop is trying to work its way higher. You can see it did push up into that gap, pull back, so you still got some gap here. This box should be redrawn, but you still got some gap here from the top of that wick. But those bands are opening up very nicely. A close above that 50, maybe we looking to go higher. Money is coming into that one. You can see according to the CFM, and you got your MACD there. SMCI flagging back into the 9. See how that one handles the 9. I know it's one of the market darlings right now. SMCI, this is weekly. They're taking back that candle. You can see a W pattern there. It all depends on where we close on that. We did close on that, but this week we need to close above to go higher. You can kind of see the W pattern. You can see the higher low. It's trying to change trend there, but I need to see some proof. A lot of wicks there in that area. Looks like a tough ride in there. SMH, I don't ride them. I'm in and out. That's just how I make my money. Got 9 and 20 heading higher. Watch your Bollinger Bands there. Square is below the 9 there. Bands are tubing on that one. Watch those bands tomorrow. They may want to try to open up. Tesla intraday, 15-minute chart looks pretty tight. Taiwan Semi was able to hold this 9. This may want to go higher. Bands don't look too bad yet. 9 and stuff doesn't look too bad. A little bit of money coming out of the, no, I'm sorry, that's the RSI. They're just trying to come in here. Your MACD still doesn't look too bad. Watch it off that 9. It could still try to go higher. I'd like to see it come in, do you said thing. XLK daily flagging in, XLK monthly. That's a nice candle up there right into that monthly band. So we want to watch those monthly bands. Tesla weekly, trying to possibly give a reversal here, 9 and 20, trying to change character there on that weekly. Watch those bands, let the bands be the timer. At this point, you need to see those bands open up before you look to take a trade. All right, this is the daily on Tesla. Looks pretty tight there. Like to see those bands open up. Same thing. Upstart, nah, better places for your money. Uber's below that 9. Watch for a goose head. Give it a couple of days down here. You'll see it pull back. You'll see this 9 turn up and just go higher if that's what it does. And you see it going higher, close it above. You want to see the candles close above your previous candles, then you can go in on it. Wait for the move to get started. Let it put in some move. Increase the probability of you winning your trades, and then there's still plenty of money left on the table. And we'll teach you how to keep it moving in between these stocks as they're moving, instead of just parking into them and hoping that they work, and show you how to take multiple trades in a day's time on the same stock and make plenty of money on it. Wells Fargo, this 9 looks like Goosehead there, possibly drowning goose, possibly wants to go lower. That one's worth watching. Walmart's going higher. We were bullish on that one before we went on vacation. Win got a lower low there, bear flagging. XLE downtrend looks pretty weak. It's at the top of the downtrend, so if they want to go lower, they can definitely go lower. It's push back up to the top of your range, your trend, your range. Push back up to the top of the range. May want to come in now. Breaks the range, obviously you look to go higher. XLF got a lower low W there, tried to push up, like to clear this area here. Clears that area there, we'll look to go higher. Retail ETF, just chopping sideways, better places for your money. Zscaler, better places for your money. SPX, this is SPX daily, bull flagging back in. See how that handles that. SPX weekly, great looking chart here. See where we close. We did close here. See where we close next week. See where we open up this week and where we close. We're looking to go higher. We did get a higher close candle. Moving average is trying to catch up. Definitely looks better than the Qs. SPX monthly into your bands up there. Nice looking candle. Still got time in that candle. The diamond high close on Thursday, inside candle on Friday, which is exactly what you would expect. Watch those bands, let them be the timer. And you got the daily here on, I'm sorry, this is the weekly. That was the daily. This is the weekly on the diamond, trying to go higher here. Watch your range higher. We clear that range higher. We're looking to go higher there. Definitely got room to make money in that area. SPY is below the 5 on the 5, but holding the 9. I'm sorry, the 5 on the daily, but holding the 9 on the daily here as well. So you're trading right in between 2 moving averages, which makes it a very difficult trader until it clears those areas. Bollinger Bands look good on that chart, just saying. This one's flattening out. That one looks like it's trying to, it's coming a little bit, but it looks like it's still trying to go higher for now. See what it looks like on Monday. And this is the SPY weekly. Did close, did take back that candle. That candle can go either way. It's still a high closed candle, so you can't be super bearish on it yet. It's still a higher closed candle, but they did take it back. Your RSI, or I'm sorry, your histogram for your 5 looks great there. 9 is trying to open up down here with the MACD trying to open up. Those 9s are trying to grow, and the MACD's trying to open up. With your 5s, looking pretty good there on that close last week. All right, so SPY, this is monthly, looks good here, strong, so far, strong 5 histogram there on the monthly. SPY chopping sideways on Friday. This is the 1 hour chart for the SPY. Definitely a nice move higher on this chart. Been steady trending higher. All right, TLT coming back in. The 9 is pointed up, trying to go higher there. IWM, this is IWM's weekly. Close. We did gap down last week and closed up higher, but those bands are tubing. Not really interested in that yet. And IWM daily. Your bands are tubing there as well. This 9, you can see a character change on that 9 on Friday, but you can definitely see your bands tubing there. Well, I hope you find this video helpful, and as always, good luck in your trading journey, and we will be active. I will personally be back in the Discord as soon as possible. Probably take another month off after that, or finish this month off, and definitely going to take at least one more off. but the Discord is still very, very active right now. So, as you know, they are taking trades, helping one another out while I am away. And I just wanted to get a video out. We haven't done one in a while. Hope everybody has a great weekend and good luck trading on Monday.